The oldest memory that I have in my whole life was when I was in the garage of my house. So it was a Pedra. So basically, I was in this house in Curitiba. I was there, and I was like, that was the oldest memory that I have ever had in my whole life. And yeah, that's the oldest memory that I have actually. Back in the day, there was a gas truck passing by the street. So basically, this gas truck had a song, and I remember the song actually. And the car would be passing by in front of the house, and every single time when the truck actually, every single time when the truck would pass by in front of my house, I would be scared because of the song. I would be really scared. And by the way, I think that I was 1 year old. So I was in the garage. I was in the pool. It was a circular plastic pool. A small pool for babies. I was in the pool. The truck was approaching, and I really wanted to scream for my mother. I really wanted to call her, but I didn't know how to speak. Like because I was a baby actually, so I couldn't speak back in the day. So I could not speak, and I knew that I really wanted to call her. I really wanted to call her, but I could not call her. So yeah, and probably I was 1 year old because I have a picture of that day. I was at the pool, and there's a picture, an album of pictures that we have here in the house. So basically, I was only 1 year old when it happened. So yeah, that is definitely like the oldest memory that I have my whole existence. I'm 24 years old now, and probably I was only one because like in the album pictures, the pictures that I am in the pool, in the back of the picture says the date. It was like on my birthday, uh, in 2003. So yeah, a long time ago. But I'm still having like another memory which was really old. Basically, it was in Curitiba too, the same house. But back in the day, like my family didn't have the market, the grocery store. We didn't have the grocery store. We had a house like inside of the house. No, it doesn't make sense. But yeah, we had like a place in the house where we had a sink. We could make. I think that we could make food. I remember that inside of the house we could see the shape of the stairs because we have the stairs that gives access to the roof of the house. I remember when I was a kid, like I would be going to the roof of the house, and on the top of the roof we had the sheet of the house. But the thing is, like, I remember like one time there was a dead cat right there, and the smell was really strong because the body was really dirty because the cat was dead there for a long time. And I remember going up there to on the roof of the house, and on the top we had the corrugated sheet. I don't know how to say this word actually, but anyways, like we had the sheet on the top of the house, so it was like yeah. And my dad would say, "Hey, don't go there," because my dad was concerned about having animals, scorpions, something like that on the top of the roof. So that's why it was not a good idea for me. I'm talking about the stair. I remember the first time that I tried the biscuit piraque, yeah, chocolate, the chocolate piraque. That was the piraque. Yeah, that was the first time ever that I tried this biscuit, and it was with my dad. So basically, like me and my dad, we went to a bar, and then we bought this biscuit, and then we came back. We were on the stairs, eating the biscuit. But besides like this memory, I have a memory that was in a Buyuna house where I was like in a house and there was like a lamp shape. Yeah, I don't know, like there was like a lamp shape, and my it was my mom and my cousin Roberta. They were in the room, and I remember that, and I remember like there was the drawers next to my house, not inside my house actually, not next, but inside of the room. Like there were the drawers. There was like the not a bookshelf, the bin. Yeah, there was a bin, and with many drawers, and the color of the bin was like white. Yeah, probably white. So this what is this? I don't know which one is the oldest, like the one in the pool or the one with the drawers, and my cousin and my mom. But one of the memories that I have was like back in the day when my dad and my mom, we didn't have the grocery store, and we had a house, we had another part of the house where we would have to go to the garden, not the garden, but to the yard in the back of the house. We have a yard in the back of the house. We would have to go there, and we had a door. We would have to open the door, and we would be inside of the actually, like, we are inside of the house, but like it's like it's another part of the house. So we would be inside there, and there was a sink. In the kitchen we had the window, and we could see the garage through the window. And sometimes, like, I remember actually, like, my dad, the memory that I have, like, my dad didn't even have the grocery store. Actually, he had a bar. Yeah, he had a bar, and I remember, like, I was inside of there, and me, my mom, and dad, we were sleeping, and my grandpa, he came. I think that he was trying to call my father and my mom. It was really old. Like, I think that my brother was not even alive. It was a real long time ago, but this is an old memory that I have of living there. The other memory that I have, like, I remember one time, it was also like my uncle, not my uncle, my cousin, Roberta. We were sleeping in the garage, and I remember, like, the flashlight of the sun. The flashlight of the sun, like, was hitting the walls, and the walls were illuminated by the sun. It was really beautiful. I remember also, like, in the garage, my back in the day, my dad had a Ford car. That's the name of the car, Ford car. The car was inside of the garage. Also, I remember one day, like, I was outside of the bar of my dad. We were in front of the bar, and I remember that on the bar we had a counter, because, like, we had the door. Do you know, like, the rolling door? Do you know, like, when we have the wall here in Brazil, like, sometimes the bars, they open a window on the wall in the wall of the house, and then they have the rolling doors to close the window. So yeah, the rolling door, it was made of steel, and in that door we had the counter. Yeah, on the wall, we had a counter, a small counter, made of concrete. And these are, like, one of the oldest memories that I have. And let me see what else I have. One of the oldest memories that I have, and also, like, I was really impressed, was one time that I was in a pool with my cousin Sarah. She and I, like, we were in the pool, and we had a tire made of plastic. The most impressive thing was, like, one day, it was in 2022 or 2003. I was in the bakery with my mom, and Sarah arrived. So basically, like, she came in the bakery, and then, like, we started to talk, and I was really surprised because she told me, "Hey, do you remember when we were kids, and we were in the pool, and we had a tiger of plastic, and we were playing with the tire?" So it's like, I was really impressed. I didn't know that she would be able to remember about something that happened, like, years ago. So yeah, like, it happened years ago. The other memories that I have was, but I remember that in the back of the yard we have a faucet, a white faucet. Probably, I don't know if it is still there. I don't know, but I remember back in the day, I'm also remembering like there's a picture of me and my family, and I think probably my brother. We were in the yard, and my brother was in the pool many years ago. He was a baby. I'm still remembering like inside of the. I think that my family were building the grocery store, like the bar. My dad started to modify the bar to the grocery store. So it's like so basically like I remember like being inside of the grocery store, but the grocery store was still building, and yeah, like with my mom and stuff like that. I remember also the other memory that I have when my family was building the grocery store. I remember that I had a construction cart, a toy, a construction cart toy for kids, and I remember that I think that I was literally putting sand inside of the construction cart and helping my parents, like because I was a little kid. I remember also like the drain of the garage. I remember like sometimes I would be in the chairs and I would be sitting in the chair and I would be watching my dad teaching karate. Um, I remember that outside of the house we had the sewage, and I remember that the neighbor in front of the house, she had a disease, and my dad was like, "Hey, do not go near the sewage because this woman has a disease, so like it's danger for you." And the other memories that I have, like, let me see, the other memory is like when my dad opened the grocery store. I remember that he was selling some candies that were really good, and I really wanted to eat all of them. But candies are expensive, so like my dad was like, "Hey, you cannot eat all of them. You cannot eat them." But I really want to eat them, and I was like, "Oh, okay." Like my dad doesn't want to let me to eat all of them, so I really wanted to eat the candies. I remember the neighbors. I remember one time that the neighbor called Luis. So basically, like his dad now. He's not alive. I remember one time, me and my dad, we went inside of his house, and his house was really beautiful, like a big house. Yeah, I remember when I was a kid, like I really wanted to have a big house, and we went inside of the house. Like I remember the color of the walls. The walls were white. We went there, and then like it was really beautiful. Um, Also like I remember like the last time that I went there to this house was in on March 8th, probably March 8th, but it was in this year. I don't know if it was like in March 8th. It is on my Instagram the date. So the last time, like before this year, the last time that I went to this house was in 2017 probably. Like there's a picture of me and my dad, like it was in April of 2017. Yeah, or 18. I don't know. Like the last time was 2018, 2017. I don't know. Like, but a long time ago. Like, and when I came back there, like this year, there were a lot of lianas. It looked like a jungle. Like, was really, really horrible. The sheet of the house were destroyed. A lot of grass. The grass were absolutely tall. I couldn't even go see like the back of the yard because a lot of grass. The stairs. I could see that the stairs were there, but I couldn't go there. I went to the kitchen. I remember going to the kitchen. Uh, the the fridge was not working. I went inside of the dressing room. The dress actually like the dressing room would be like the restroom. So yeah, I went there. We saw some knives, like some silverware actually, like some brand new silverware that my parents didn't have used. But beside that, I remember like when I went to this house in 20. I remember my last barbecue in this house was in 2017, and I remember like before going to the house actually. I remember that was my house, and my dad came here. Was my dad? My dad was driving the Agar, so the Hogar, yeah. So it's like one of our friends called Serginho, and he called my dad, and like my dad was okay. We're gonna go to Pedro, so it's like me and my dad. We went to Saturday Hogar, and we went to Serginho's house. We stopped there and we were talking about some things and etc. While we were talking, me and my dad, like Sergio went inside of his car. My dad and I, like too, we went inside of the car and we went to this neighborhood. We have to go through a place called Transolympica. So yeah, we had to go through that way, which was faster. And because back in the day, like every single time when me, my dad, my grandpa, we would have to go to the place, this house, we would have to go through a place called Serra Grajau, something like that. And yeah, so basically, like we would have to go through this way on Translipka, which is like the new way that we have today. It is faster. And I remember like when I arrived there was a guy called Aldair. So basically, like he was without a shirt, without his shirt. There was Kleber, there was some other people, and like we went there, and I remember like actually like when I was in the car, another fact that I forgot, while I was in Hogar to go to Sergina's house, I remember the song that was playing in my brain, which was My Way from Limp Biscuit. I don't know how to pronounce their name, but anyways, like, and I was with this song in my head, and yeah, I remember. Okay, I was in the on the stairs. That was a bad time because I had depression. It was in April of 2017, and I remember while I was on the stairs, like we were having barbecue, like we had people there. I was on the stairs, and Clabber he came up to me and he asked what game I was playing, and I was playing Gartic. Gartic. I was playing Gartic with Viviani, which was my first real Brazilian friend, and I was playing with her friend, which is I forgot the name, Michelle. Yeah, Michelle. Yeah, Viviani and Michelle. Yeah, Michelle. And I like how we were playing, but I think that she had a problem with her connection. And then I remember that at night, like before leaving the house, I was like in the dressing room of my house, and I was listening to Slipknot. I was listening to Slipknot and Dead Memories, the name of the song. So yeah, this is one of the memories. So I decided to record this video because like I have a lot of memories and I didn't want to lose them, because like a lot of times, like I remember as a kid, I had more memories of my life, but now I don't have these memories because I didn't record. I didn't have like something to record and to save the memories that I have. Obviously, like now I am like 24 years old. I have lost like a lot of memories of my life because of the age. Like it's very hard to keep all of the memories in our brains. But I decided to record this video just to report like the things that happened in my life. So yeah, so I'm just trying to remember something else. Oh yeah, another thing that we have, I know that in Goritiba we have. I remember one time like my dad decided to bring me to the park, and this park was we would have to leave the street, our street, and we would have to go to. Okay, we are inside of the house. We leave the house, and we have to go to the left side and go, and then we go to the right street to go there. Yeah, another thing that I was forgetting to say is like I remember like the first time, yeah, we went to the park and I saw the peacocks. Yeah, there were peacocks over there. Also, the other thing I'm remembering now is like the bicycle. Yeah, I had my bicycles there in our house. Um, I was pedaling my bicycle. I remember like a lot of times like I would be pedaling in front of the street. And I remember one time, sometimes like people would be with their bicycle, and I would try to to pass them with my bicycle. Like the person would be in front of me, and I would like to try to pass them with my bicycle. And I was a kid, like that was really unnecessary. But anyways, like kids, they do stuff like that. Okay, the other thing that I'm remembering now would be my cousin Mateus. I remember one time my dad had a yellow bicycle. that bicycle was big and was hard to keep my balance on that bike because it was very little and the bike was big, so it was hard for me to keep my balance. I remember like I was there was a steep street there, and me and my cousin, we were going down the steep street. I remember that my cousin was inside of Echo Sport of my, because back in the day like Echo Sport was of my grandpa, and he was taking pictures, and I remember that my grandpa he was not liking it. So yeah, I remember another day like my grandpa, he had a motorcycle, and the motorcycle had a windshield. I touched the motorcycle, but the ground inside of the house was made of earth. So basically, like we had the thing that was keeping the motorcycle up, but the iron thing, I forgot the name, but the iron thing that keeps the bicycle up, it started to sink inside of the earth, and I knew that I wouldn't be able to hold the motorcycle, because if the motorcycle fell on me like I would be like under the motorcycle. So the motorcycle fell. The motorcycle fell on the ground, and the windshield were broken. I remember like the reaction of my grandpa. I was like, Jesus Christ, what did I do? And my I think that the reaction of my grandpa, he put his hands, like he was like, what is happening, what is happening, what happened? So yeah, I broke, so he only got to know it years later. So yeah. And let me see another memories. I remember that there was like in front of the house of my grandpa, there was a lake. This lake was really dirty, but sometimes like we would be sitting there, and then we would be like yeah, talking. I remember also like sometimes like me and my father, we would go to the bar to buy some food, and I remember that one of the food like we would have I don't know what to call it. There's a game, a soccer game. Let me see, the soccer table. Yeah, the soccer table. So it's like I remember that we would have to get the ticket to put it inside of the soccer table, and to be able to play. I remember the ball, like it was really cool. And let me see if I have more memories of that. Fog. Yeah, the first time that I saw fog, it was in this house. I was in the street, and like I felt, it looked like if the clouds were on the ground. Like I felt like if I were in the middle of the clouds. Like it was really different. It was an amazing experience. That was the only time that I saw a fog in my whole existence in real life, actually. And let me see another memory that I have. Yeah, I'm still remembering like going there with my grandpa and my dad in the S10, the name of the car. My grandpa back in the day. My uncle has it, but this car was of my grandpa, and we would be going there with the S10. Um, I remember like 2013, like we actually like, I don't know if my mom still having like these pictures, but I remember like pictures there with the Hogar, and also my brother was there. I remember like 2013. I have a memory like I was inside of the grocery store, and like in the back of the grocery store we had a place, the rack with brooms. Yeah, like, and I felt like it was really cool. Yeah, these are the memories that I have from the other memories that I have now. I was like, I can have more, but so far, from this house specifically, that's these are the memories that I have.